Last time I stood on this stage, contest master Eric Ma, who by the way is my evaluator tonight, asked the question, what word or sentence will you use to describe your life right now? My answer was, slow down. Because I was thinking about slowing down as I walked onto the stage. And as our very own table topics guru, Douglas Martin, suggests, we should talk about the first thing that comes to mind. But upon deeper reflection, I think my word this year is balance. Slowing down was just part of what I needed to do to find and regain my balance. All I needed was a moment to slow things down and reflect upon the things that truly matter to me. My work, my relationships, my health, my personal well-being, and my faith. You see, I believe that when we fall out of balance, we focus so much on one thing that we tend to disregard one or the other, or everything else. Now I want to ask you today, do you feel out of balance? And what are you focusing on? Sorry, give me a second. This notebook, within this notebook that's a record of every trade that I made during my 2-year career as a stock trader. A stock trader is someone who tries to make money by guessing if the price of the stock will go up or down, then buying or selling accordingly. This was all during the heart of COVID, from 2019 to 2021. This notebook represents a very dark period of my life. A time where I felt that my life felt completely out of balance. This notebook, if you see inside this notebook, you can see my last trade dated August 26, 2021. This marked a very low time in my life. During that time, I remember I had 3 consecutive red months, meaning I lost money 3 months, 9 days. And after thoughtful consideration and many sleepless nights, I finally decided that it was better for me to put on a hold on my trading career. And to be honest, I felt depressed. I felt utterly defeated because I felt that I was making the same mistakes over and over again. I remember that night sleeping in my bed in the fetus position in so much emotional pain because I just couldn't make it work. After putting a stop to my trading career in 2021, I decided to start doing other things. I helped my girlfriend launch her website, and I started doing a few trips back home so I could spend time with family and I could heal my broken spirit. It was really bad. I was in a lot of pain. And at the time I realized that I could only really relax when I was back home with my family in Panama. And when I was in Taiwan, I always felt stressed, out of balance. It was during this time that I realized that for the last 2 years, my life had fallen completely out of balance. I don't think you know, but my girlfriend's website name means mind and body balance. She's all about balance. And that my younger brother, Alberto, has the word pinhead tattooed on his right arm. It felt like God or the universe was sending me signs, telling me, Lois, find your balance. During my trading days, I was doing my day job, aka being an awesome personal trainer. And then at night from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. or later, I was trading the US market. It was bananas. I was so tired that I couldn't really do my job properly. I had no energy and I was in a bad mood, so I didn't want to meet friends. And I didn't really have the energy to actually push through my workouts. My work, my relationships, and my health were all compromised because of this one thing. It took me a year or so and a few trips back home to finally put things into perspective and let go of the idea that I failed as a trader, that I was a failure. It was until I was able to change the story that I told myself and I was able to see that this was just a learning experience. This was an opportunity for me to grow, for me to learn, for me to find the lessons within the experience and think about and reflect upon my mistakes and the things that I could have done differently. Before last year, I would have considered myself someone who was always out of balance, always trying to do more challenges, more growth, more obstacles, more audiobooks, more online education, more, no matter the consequences. But now I realize that when you are out of balance, when we are out of balance, everything feels too difficult. Everything feels very hard. See, I feel that making money and having a successful career is only part of who we are as individuals. There's also taking care of our relationships, our personal health, and our personal well-being. But when we are out of balance, we tend to sacrifice one or the other. Now I realize that there are a lot of people out there who are just like I used to be. We want better careers, we want more money, we want more accolades, more challenges, more. But then we have no time to spend time with our loved ones or with our family, and even worse, we have no time to take care of our own personal health. And when we are busy all the time, I feel that people these days wear the being busy as a badge of honor. It's kind of like, oh, how have you been? Being busy. I feel like when we're always busy, we tend to disregard things that truly matter to us. Now I stand today here knowing that I'll never reach a state of perfect balance, because I believe that finding balance is an active pursuit. It's always changing, always in flow. Because life is unpredictable and it will throw things at you, but the closer you get to balance, the easier things will just flow to us, and the smoother we'll ride throughout life. Now I want to say thanks to Eric Ma for asking the question, because it really made me reflect upon my life the last couple of years. I also want to thank Joseph Kaufman for actually coming up with the question. Yeah, so now I know that Eric is just the face of TGIF. Joseph is the brains, right? There you go. Alright, before I finish, remember, stay balanced, stay astonishing. Toastmasters of the evening.